Now look, today we're talking about a story that has quietly turned into something way bigger than boxing. One of the biggest stars in combat sports, Gervonta Tank Davis, now has an active arrest warrant. And according to reports, law enforcement has been trying to locate his ass, but they can't. And that raises a real question. Is Gervonta Tank Davis on the run? And if so, where could he exactly be hiding? Look, y'all sit back and relax and stay into the end of this episode because we about to dive right in. Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Low, Belly Full. As y'all know, this marks episode 231. Now, this isn't just a missed court date or a traffic violation or some shit like that. An arrest warrant has been issued tied to a domestic violence incident from back in October involving his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I believe everybody already know about that when, he allegedly went up to a strip club and dragged her and, you feel me, and held her captive and some more shit. Anyways, the time of me making this video, police are still actively searching for him. It's been like, I believe 6 or 7 days at this point. And that's important because when authorities can't locate someone with this level of visibility, it changes how the situation is viewed. This is no longer a legal case. It becomes a manhunt situation, even if it's not publicly framed that way. And once law enforcement starts checking known addresses, gyms, associates, and travel records, the pressure increases fast. And that's when boxing organizations starts distancing themselves.
At approximately 2:15 p.m., the victim entered the Miami Gardens Police Department accompanied by her attorney to report an incident that occurred on October 27, 2025. At the time of the incident, the victim was employed at a local gentleman's club located within the city of Miami Gardens. According to the victim's statement, at approximately 4:15 a.m. while working, she was approached by Mr. Davis. The victim was approached by Mr. Davis. The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other. He forcefully escorted her down a stairway and toward the parking garage while maintaining his grip on the back of her head. Upon reaching the parking garage, the victim reported that Mr. Davis released her, at which point she was able to run towards her co-workers for safety. The victim reported sustaining minor injuries, including visible bruising to her left arm at the time the report was made, and she sought medical attention. The victim further reported that she has known Mr. Davis since 2022, and they were previously involved in an intimate relationship for approximately 5 months, which ended about a month prior to the incident.
Now, shortly after the warrant became public, the World Boxing Association moved Tank as the champion in recess. You feel me? That's not symbolic. The WBA basically saying that they don't know when or if this fighter be available. Basically, they're preparing for the possibility that Tank might not be showing up anytime soon.
Gervonta Davis is no longer the champion. He is champion in recess. What does that mean? What is champion in recess? Well, it means he gets the first shot whenever he comes back because he's going to be arrested soon. He's going to be going to jail, maybe even prison. I doubt it. But he is no longer the regular world champ. Someone else is going to be able to fight for that belt. Him being champ in recess is basically stripping him, but saying, hey, he is champ. When he comes back, he will fight for that belt. But with him being champion in recess, now someone else gets to fight for the regular world title. And that person most definitely is going to be Floyd Schofield. He has been eyeing at a title for a while now. Now, he did have the Shakur fight lined up, but he ended up pulling out of that last second. Schofield is the number 1 guy, and Lucas Body is the number 2 guy in the WA 135 division. He's the same guy that had that brutal knockout over Ashton Silva after getting dominated for the whole fight. But I'm glad this needed to happen. The division has to move forward.
Now, let's be careful with the word because there's a difference from hiding and not voluntarily turning yourself in. But from law enforcement's perspective, if they're actively looking for you and can't find you, your ass effectively on the run, no matter if you're not crossing borders or hiding in the woods. And that brings us to the most interesting part of the story. Where the hell can Tank possibly be? Let's break down this logically. Number one, staying with a trusted inner circle of people. You feel what I'm saying? The most common move in situations like this is not fleeing the country. You feel me? It's, staying off the radar, rotating locations. You feel me? Relying on people that won't talk. Friends, family, longtime associates. Staying in places where there is no lease in your name, no paper trail, and no reason for neighbors to look twice. Number two, private residences tied to money, not fame. High profile athletes don't just disappear in the public hotels and shit. They disappear in the, you feel what I'm saying, private properties. You feel me? Short-term rentals or homes owned through LLCs. That's how you stay invisible without actually running. Number three, gym hopping or not training at all. Because one of the easiest ways to find a fighter is probably in the gym. So if Tank is laying low, he's probably not training publicly right now. No sparring footage, no Instagram gym clips, no familiar boxing environment. You feel me? Silence is intentional. Number four, out of state, but not overseas. Despite what people think, leaving the country most likely makes things worse legally. What's more realistic is being out of state, somewhere low key where he's not instantly recognized and where law enforcement is not actively searching unless tipped off. Now here's the problem. The longer someone avoids addressing a warrant, the worse it looks. Judges don't like it, prosecutors don't forget it, and sanctioning bodies don't wait forever. I mean, every day that passes increases the chance of his title getting fully vacated, sponsors quietly stepping away, and, the narrative switching from legal trouble into career collapse. Now, I want to hear what y'all think about this situation. Do you think Gervonta Davis is strategically laying low until lawyers work something out? Or do you believe this situation already spiraled beyond his control? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And if this video resonated with you, go ahead and hit that like button. Give me a thumbs up and also subscribe and hit that bell notification for more episodes. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.